Not being able to eat a lot of my favorite foods because they contained wheat was devastating to me, but not for long. Soon after switching to the gluten-free diet, I learned how to convert my favorite forbidden recipes to meet my new gluten-free standards. In the next few minutes, I would like to demonstrate how to make one of the most important part of one of my favorite foods, a pizza crust. We will go over how to prepare your working environment, what utensils, tools, and ingredients you'll need, as well as the steps you will need to take in preparing the pizza crust. When cooking gluten-free, the first thing you need to do is make sure the working environment is not going to contaminate an otherwise gluten-free baked good. To get an idea as to how much gluten is too much, the Gluten-Free Certification Organization sets a standard at 10 parts per million. That would constitute about the first 15 characters of this book, The Once and Future King. And that doesn't even get me through the title. The first thing you'll need to do is make sure that the kitchen has been scrubbed down. Ensure that the kitchen appliances, such as the mixer, has been thoroughly wiped clean. Also, you will need to avoid porous surfaces, utensils, and pans. Some materials that you also need to avoid include wood, cast iron, and bamboo. Now that we are ready for gluten-free cooking, let's get out the tools and ingredients you will need. For your tools, you will need an oven, a mixer, measuring cups and measuring spoons, as well as a small spatula, the pizza pan, a rolling pin, plastic wrap, and canola oil or a cooking spray will work as well. For your ingredients, you will need 1 cup of potato starch flour, 1/2 cup of tapioca flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch, 1/2 cup of dry milk, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of shortening, various spices. I have oregano, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. You will also need 3/4 cup of water. We should have everything we need, so let's get mixing. The first thing you need to do is dump all the dry ingredients into the bowl. I've actually already done that. They are also combined, which you will need to do. The next step is to add the shortening. Mix for a few moments until the lumps are mostly broken up. It won't take long. The mixture at this point should look something like this. Still mostly powdery, with just a few lumps of shortening mixed in there. The next step is to add 3/4 cup of water. And you'll need to combine that until it starts to form a ball. If the mixture is not getting smooth, you might want to add a little bit of water at a time, about a teaspoon at a time. I'm actually going to need to do that here. That was 2 teaspoons at one time. Good. As you can see, it's pretty smooth there, and it's sticking together well. Before you get your hands dirty, you're going to want to grease your pan with canola oil or cooking spray. It'll be about a tablespoon or so, just enough to cover the surface of the pan. Now you're going to want to form your dough into, or divide your dough in half. And take one half, form it into a ball, and place it in the center of your pan. The next thing to do is cover the dough with some plastic wrap. And it's a fairly sticky dough, so you're definitely going to want to use a plastic wrap, otherwise it'll stick to your utensils. Note, this rolling pin is wood, but it has never actually been contaminated with wheat, and it's not even going to come in contact with the dough because of the plastic wrap. So you're going to want to roll it about as thin as you can for this recipe. The thinner the better, because it does get kind of particly. If it starts to break up a little bit, just kind of put those little broken up clumps over. Okay, now to finish it off, you can add your favorite sauces, cheeses, and other toppings. You're going to want to cook this for 20 to 22 minutes at 400 degrees. This recipe is the thick yeast-free crust. It is found in Bette Hagmans' Living Well Without Wheat, the gluten-free gourmet. I've demonstrated how to make one of my favorite gluten-free pizza crusts. You'll learn here how to prepare your working environment, which utensils, tools, and ingredients you'll need, as well as the steps you'll need to take in preparing the crust. Now, go make your friends a gluten-free pizza that they can trust. Thank you.